This is a strange little town. Before dark, everyone must return home. Every household hangs strange stones. The sheriff also constantly patrols, making sure people cover all their windows. Such days had passed safely for 96 days. Little did they know, tonight, this number would be broken. Because the man was drunk, the tavern owner had no choice but to lock the doors and windows and let the man stay overnight. While the man's wife was anxiously waiting at home at this moment, night had fallen. She had to close the door. What was wrong with this town? The girl had just finished praying when she heard knocking on the window. Grandma's voice came from outside, but this was the second floor. The girl knew she shouldn't respond, but under the voice's temptation, she pulled open the curtains. A familiar face appeared before her eyes. Mom asked what she was doing. The girl said she was chatting with Grandma. Mom told the girl not to open the window, but the old woman put on a pitiful expression. The next day, the husband came home drunk to see a crowd surrounding his house. He instantly felt something was wrong. The sheriff walked over angrily and slapped the man directly.
You nailed the motherfucking window shut! Right?
After speaking, the sheriff dragged the man upstairs, only to see his wife and daughter's bodies. The man knelt on the ground in guilt, but all of this was too late. He had to take responsibility for his foolish actions. The reason the sheriff hated the man so much was not only because he caused the death of his own wife and daughter, but also because he harmed others. Because once someone dies in the town, new people would mistakenly enter, and their safety would be broken. Sure enough, on the day of the funeral, an RV drove here. They were blocked by a large tree. While they were observing, a flock of crows appeared. They circled in the air, crying incessantly. The family was so scared they could only take a detour, then accidentally stumbled into the town. The townspeople looked at them in horror. The man wanted to ask for directions, but no one responded to him. Only the sheriff gave him directions. After the man left, his expression looked extremely grave. Soon, something eerie happened. No matter how the man drove, they could never leave this town, watching them constantly circle around the town. The sheriff seemed to have known all along. The reason he didn't tell the man was to help them adapt to town life faster, so they could survive the nights. However, an accident occurred at this moment. The RV flipped directly into the woods. The whole family was trapped inside the vehicle. Meanwhile, the sheriff was still preparing roadblocks. But the man's family never returned. Seeing that it was about to get dark, he had to take people to search. When he saw the man trapped in the car, he immediately began rescue operations. Soon, 3 people were rescued. Only the youngest son was still in the car. Due to severe injuries, treatment could only be performed inside the vehicle. But now, there were only 40 minutes until dark, and treatment would take at least an hour. With no other choice, the sheriff had to choose to stay overnight and let the others leave. Watching the sky grow darker, the sheriff looked at the talisman stone in his hand. He could only place his hopes on this. Then the sheriff hung the stone on the car. The man was somewhat puzzled by this, but the sheriff didn't immediately explain. Instead, after blocking all the gaps, he told the man what was about to happen. Suddenly, roaring sounds came from all around. When the sheriff looked out the window, he discovered the monsters were quietly approaching.